Hi, I'm Purple Streak, everyone's least favourite quote-unquote YouTuber, and today I'm taking a look back at the Spongebob game Creature from the Krusty Krab. I have fond memories of this game, but was it actually any good? No one talks about it anymore, and believe me, it ain't getting a HD remake anytime soon. But why? Well, guess we'll have to play it to find out. So this game takes place inside each character's dreams, which later gets revealed to be Gary's dreams, so there's a lot of potential with that concept. Remember the dream levels in Battle for Bikini Bottom? They were freaking wild.
Patrick, you have a golden spatula. Give it here.
So you've got SpongeBob's dream, where he's a race car driver, Patrick's where he's Patrick Starfish Man, and Plankton's where he's chased by a Krabby Patty along a 2D plane. This game took the Rayman 3 route of having longer levels with the goal of getting to the end rather than multiple levels or missions, which isn't a bad idea, but it does make the levels drag as you fight the same enemies over and over. And if you're looking for Dark Souls level combat, then why the hell did you think you'd find it here? The only variety from spamming the regular attack is that some need to be charged at first, and I suppose now's as good a time as any to talk about the fact I was playing the Wii version of the game, motion controls and all, and they work like you'd expect. The charge attack only worked about 20% of the time, which relied on tilting the nunchuck down. I even swapped the nunchuck out for a different one because I thought there was no way it was meant to be this bad. It makes fighting these recycled enemies 10 times more tedious, as each time was just a thrusting match with a nunchuck. The levels with Plankton running from a Krabby Patty were unbearable at times as I attempted to wiggle the remote in the way it specifically wanted me to. And the flying segments involved holding the remote vertically and tilting it, which didn't work too badly, but still I'd rather just use a joystick. Hell, I'd take a Nintendo 64 controller over this any day. So going on to the game's music now. There's no real standout hits in this game's soundtrack, but I do like what they did for this title music, taking the original music and having it transform into a nightmare version. It's a great way to open the game, and some of the other music might make you tap your foot at the nursing home when you're older, but it's not overly memorable. Maybe it's just because it wasn't in that nostalgia sweet spot for me like SpongeBob movie game or Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I won't be grinding on the dance floor to it like I would to No Cheese. Wow, I forgot how ugly this game looks at times. There is so much wrong here. Why are his eyelids cutting into his eyes? Why is his tongue white? And I get what they were going for with this segment. They've basically based this level's art style off of artwork like this, but it just doesn't look right. Like the fact his head is somehow clipping into itself. I used to like this game, but even back then it made me uncomfortable. The environments just look ugly and jagged and not something I've come to expect from SpongeBob licensed games. The next level does look a bit better as it's done in a comic book style, with the characters' shading and objects reflecting that. As for the character models themselves as they run around, honestly, not bad. I love SpongeBob's main attack that wraps around him and squeezes him. It looks really good and the movement in general looks good on all the characters. Patrick's attack looks great where he does a Wonder Woman style costume change each time. Mrs. Puff, what have they done to you? Where are your hips? Those hips lied so much they fell off. And the animation during the cutscenes is just way off a lot of the time. Check this scene out.
Stay shiny, little fella. I'm coming to get ya.
Someone hold SpongeBob's eye in place, please. It's going to give me nightmares. Although being that this is a dream, maybe that was intentional. And here you can see Patrick's eyelids inside his mouth. I don't know much about 3D animation, but surely that could have been masked or something. It doesn't even sit on his eye properly. There's also this cutscene where the patty makes a screen shake even when it's not moving. I could go on all day about the mistakes and overall shoddiness of them, but I suppose they're serviceable. They just seem rushed. The way the characters speak too is annoying to watch, as they just cycle through the same animations over and over, regardless of it matching the dialogue or not. Maybe I'm just nitpicking too much, but if someone was having a regular conversation with you whilst doing all this, you'd be freaking weirded out, wouldn't you? Also, why is SpongeBob doing this annoying unskippable dance after every little accomplishment? You know what dance is great? Crashes. You know what would make everyone hate it? If he did it every time he attacked something. I just started this SpongeBob level and he immediately celebrates. I literally didn't do anything. Stop dancing. I swear it's done for padding, as in Patrick's levels the developers seem to be pretty damn proud of this bad guy peeling off a poster animation, because they decided to show it to you over and over.
What a stupid idea.
I get it, there's evil afoot, just let me fight them please. Oh wow, Nintendo's budget for chain chomps really dipped, huh? So I've mentioned it already, but the gameplay isn't the best. But there's a lot of variety, I'll give it that much. There's driving segments that control like the video game embodiment of cancer, but it's still quite fun. Platforming is okay at times, the flying segments aren't too bad, and I love the Godzilla style rampage section as Plankton. This level of the game is honestly a treat as you get to rampage through Bikini Bottom with laser eyes and a whirlwind scream. It's just such a quality idea to have the tiniest character blown up and destroying cities like this. And the different attacks you can perform are great. I just need Karen dressed as Mothra to heal me to make this complete. The next thing to talk about is the humour. Considering Spongebob is one of the biggest shows out there, resonating with kids and adults with its humour, it's kind of expected for a Spongebob game to be at least a little funny. And I think this game just about holds up. There's nothing that'll make you call up your friends in a fit of laughter trying to repeat the joke to them, but you'll do that quick nose exhale thing a few times.
How can I sleep at a time like this? Well, it must be a panic reflex, I guess. Yep, panic. Panic? Panic! I'm panicking! I'm panicking! Panic button.
I feel like this game could have benefited from more callbacks to the show though. Don't get me wrong, there's some good ones, like Old Man Jenkins inside an Alaskan bullworm, and you can see the three houses a few times, but a lot of these levels you could swap out with a different Nickelodeon character and be none the wiser. Especially this level. Put that into that god-awful Jimmy Neutron game and you wouldn't bat an eye. Also, going forward, I'd like to be referred to as Purple Streak, the greatest SpongeBob player ever, as seen documented here by this game. I'll be adding myself to the SpongeBob wiki later today, and then adding it to my CV. So now let's talk about the ending of the game. This is where I'd give a spoiler warning if I cared about spoiling an old SpongeBob game for you. You first rampage as Plankton through Bikini Bottom. Then as SpongeBob you avoid and try and take down Plankton as he rampages, and then as Patrick you fight him once again in a boss battle. Then after that's all done, you get to race on the hypnotic highway for some reason. Remember how in Resident Evil 4 after you beat the final boss you then get rewarded with Resi 4 kart? Yeah, it's basically like that. The final race is against the clock in a crazy dream world, which, whilst not being the best of endings, is still a stylish racetrack that I have to give the developers credit for. The colours look great, the weird monsters and stuff that are in the background look cool, and overall it's pretty fun. Even the commentators are entertaining.
I have another letter from a Mr. E. Krab, and he asks, "Where's me fry cook?" Ha ha ha, that's a very good question.
A very good question indeed.
Quick related tangent, I have to say I really like the secret sleep seeds hidden around the levels. There's a little icon that flashes when you're near one, and because there's only 27 of both the Patrick and Plankton seeds throughout the whole game, they feel special to find. The downside is that they only unlock a different character for this final race level and a short alternative ending. And even when I was younger I didn't think it was worth finding them all to get this. So here's some footage of what it would have looked like if I had done that.
You certainly don't see that every day.
Thank you everyone. Well, this is a dream come true.
So yeah, I guess that's as much as I can think of to say without rambling. I'm not much of a reviewer, so I'm sorry if I missed some important points, but in summary, this game is good in places and bad in others with an enjoyable ending. It doesn't hold a candle to Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I would still recommend playing this game if you enjoy SpongeBob games like I do. Oh, and I've started playing the DS version of this game as well. When I started this channel I wanted to play games like this for a living. I've changed my mind. Thanks for watching! I have a review of the SpongeBob movie game for PC on my channel, or a cameo I did for a SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom review on Trey Gamer 58's channel if you want more SpongeBob reviews. Otherwise, have a good day and I'll see you next time.